Hi, welcome back to Historia's China, where we decode how global tech and business trends are playing out in China.
If you are a founder, investor, or strategist trying to understand China's AI race beyond the headlines, you are in the right place. So, Susie, have you noticed something lately? When people talk about AI in China, it's no longer about the BAT giants.
Totally. These days it's all about DeepSeek, MiniMax, or Kimi. Those new generation AI starts grabbing headlines.
Right. But here's the thing. What about BAT, Baidu, Alibaba, Tencent? They were China's original tech powerhouses. Have they really been left behind in this new AI wave?
Actually, not even close. These giants still hold some of the deepest tech stacks, the richest data, and the most diverse application scenarios in China. If AI is truly going to move from labs to real life, these players might be the ones to watch.
Exactly. Because in our view, the AI war isn't just a battle of benchmark scores. It's a competition built on technical ecosystems and powered by real-world use cases.
That's why in this video we are going back to the roots, exploring how Baidu, Alibaba, and Tencent are fighting their way through the AI revolution. Who is reinventing themselves and who's quietly building the future? So Neil, everyone's hyping up OpenAI, Google, and maybe even Mistral lately. But what's happening in China?
Well, while the spotlight is on the West, there's something big brewing here too. Did you know that the global AI market is projected to grow from $189 billion dollars in 2023 to a massive $4.8 trillion dollars by 2033?
Wait, 25 times growth? That's insane. Where does China fit into this picture?
Right at the center. Since 2015's Internet Plus strategy, China has steadily built up its AI ambitions, but 2024 was a real turning point. AI Plus officially entered the national agenda. For the first time, it was written into the government work report. And now every city wants to build its own AI powered future, smart manufacturing, autonomous driving, digital healthcare, AI in education. It's becoming a full blown ecosystem. Then came a major milestone, the release of DeepSeek R1 in early 2025. This open source model didn't just make waves in China's tech scene, it caught the attention of global investors and policymakers. Some say it marked China's formal entry into top tier AI competition.
Well, I remember that. Right after its release, DeepSeek's CEO was invited to meet with China's top leadership. And President Xi even made a clear statement. It's time to accelerate AI deployment and achieve full stack breakthroughs while also managing systemic risks.
So, what does this all mean? AI isn't just about cool tools anymore, it's a strategic race fueled by policy, capital, and ecosystems.
And when it comes to ecosystems, no one is more deeply embedded than the original three giants, which is Baidu, Alibaba, and Tencent. They may not shout the loudest right now, but their position in this AI war still absolutely critical. Well, Winnie Wu, Bank of America's strategist, highlighted in the latest report that China has significant advantages in AI, such as market size, computing power, massive data, and top-tier talent. BAT are described as sleeping giants with tremendous potential.
Sleeping giants, that's an interesting metaphor. But I noticed that there's a big gap in the market values of these three companies. Can you elaborate?
Yeah. As of June of this year, here are the numbers. Tencent leads the a market cap of 4.6 trillion Hong Kong dollars, and Alibaba follows with 2.1 trillion Hong Kong dollars. Baidu lags behind at 231 billion Hong Kong dollars.
That's a huge gap. Why is that?
Here is the key point. Since the year of 2023, the global AI boom has indeed brought an AI premium to all these three, with stock prices getting a boost whenever a major AI product is launched. But the real reason for the gap is the fundamental strengths of their core businesses. Tencent and Alibaba are able to deeply integrate AI into their main businesses and generate real value, so the market recognizes them more. Baidu, while strong in AI technology, faces more challenges in commercializing its innovations.
So having strong AI tech alone isn't enough. The key is to make it practical and profitable.
Exactly. BAT are China's golden triangle in AI because they have seven unmatched advantages. The first is unique data advantages. They have decades of accumulated proprietary data. The second is technical accumulation. They have long-term investment in AI and large models. The third, the third is infrastructure, powerful AI training and computing resources. The fourth is talent and capital. They have like top tier talent and abundant capital. The fifth is compliance experience. They have deep understanding of regulator, regulatory requirements. And the sixth point is application ecosystem. They have rich real world use cases and huge user bases. And the final thing is they have cloud service capability. They have the ability to help other enterprises to adopt AI.
It sounds like BAT are truly all-rounders in the AI field. Okay, now let's take a closer look at these three companies.
Baidu, honestly, many people still think of it as the search engine guy from the PC era. Once part of China's big three alongside Alibaba and Tencent, but lately it's felt kind of left behind.
That's true. Market cap dropped. Media presence faded. It's easy to assume that Baidu was out of the race. But in this new wave of AI, Baidu might just be staging a bold comeback. And not as a follower, but actually a builder.
Yeah, so what makes you say that?
Baidu was one of the earliest Chinese companies to go all in on large models. Their early series, which called 文心一言 in Chinese, dates back to 2019, and the release of Ernie Bolt in 2023 directly took on ChatGPT with a clear edge in Chinese natural language understanding. In third-party evaluations, especially those run by China Software Testing Center, ERNIE 4.0 and 4.5 have shown strong performance in comprehension, reasoning, and memory, even surpassing GPT 4.5 in some Chinese language tasks and multimodal benchmarks.
So Baidu is not just catching up. They have a home field advantage when it comes to Chinese.
Exactly. And that's not the only edge. Behind Ernie is Paddle Paddle, Baidu's in-house deep learning framework. It's like China's answer to TensorFlow or PyTorch.
I've heard of it. So, well, what kind of scale are we talking about?
Well, as of now, 14.65 million developers and 370,000 enterprise users, 950,000 models built, making it China's most widely adopted deep learning platform. So it powers ERNIE with over 5 times training efficiency and 100 times faster inference.
And Baidu also makes its own AI chips, right?
Yeah, the Kunlun chip series was one of China's earliest self-developed general purpose AI chips. By 2021, its second generation was in mass production, 7 nanometer precise, 2 to 3 times performance boost, fully compatible with Paddle Paddle, and optimized for tasks like NLP, vision, and speech.
Is that just internal use?
Primarily, Baidu has already deployed over 20,000 Kunlun chips in its own services, search, ads, recommendations. It's part of their self-reliant full stack strategy from chip, framework, model, application, all built in-house.
Well, that sounds very Google-esque.
That's a fair comparison. And just like Google Cloud, Baidu packages its full stack capabilities into Baidu AI Cloud. They called it AI Cloud directly, and it's actually China's number one in public AI cloud market share for 5 straight years, reaching 26.4 percentage in 2023.
So Baidu is not just building models; they're like delivering infrastructure,
Precisely. That's why they've become the backbone for many real world AI deployments.
such as.
Two examples. First one, we call it like AI pilot city in Baoding. So Baoding is a city in China of Hebei province, very close to Beijing. Baidu partnered with the local government to build China's first industrial scale AI city pilot using ERNIE to support smart traffic, public services, safety systems, and more. It also brought universities and startups into this loop, creating a tech city industrial ecosystem.
Mhm.
And the second one is Apollo robotaxis. Their Apollo platform powers robotaxi fleets in Beijing, Shanghai, Wuhan. As of May 2025, Baidu's 萝卜快跑 has completed over 11 million rides with 890,000 in Q2 2024 alone. They are now nearing break even in Wuhan and rolling out Gen 6 autonomous vehicles at scale.
That's serious deployment beyond just labs and demos.
Exactly. Among China's big three, Baidu is arguably the most like Google, deep in tech stack, focused on long-term infrastructure, and committed to AI with purpose.
Um, from being written off as past its prime, Baidu might just be China's quiet AI powerhouse. So with all that government support and early momentum, you think Baidu would be the leading the charge? Is that the case?
Technically, Baidu is ahead in some areas, especially in Chinese language models, but the real challenge turning that tech into business.
You mean the monetization?
Exactly. Even though Robin Lee once said that generative AI added hundreds of millions of RMB to Baidu's ad revenue, ads still grew just 2.7 percentage in 2023 That's not game changing.
So most of Baidu's money still comes from the search, right?
Yeah, and AI products like autonomous driving or cloud services are still in the investment phase. They are not bringing in serious profit yet. For example, their robotaxi services, Apollo Go, is barely breaking even.
Okay. Meanwhile, Google and Meta are already reporting that AI contributes about like 10% to their ad revenue.
Exactly. Baidu has always been more engineering driven, less business driven. The lack of competition in search gave them little reason to innovate commercially.
And how about the product use cases? Does Baidu have like consumer facing apps to scale their AI?
That's another issue. Baidu doesn't have platforms like e-commerce or social media to to anchor its AI. Ernie Bot, for example, is mostly enhancing their own search, Q&A, and docs, but those aren't exactly sticky or monetizable at scale.
So unlike Alibaba, which can plug AI into shopping, or Tencent into WeChat and games, right?
True. Baidu's best bet is probably B2B, offering AI tools to other companies. But even there, Baidu Cloud ranks fourth in China, behind Alibaba, Huawei, and Tencent.
So their business model is like still quite narrow.
Yeah, limited monetization channels, but they are also behind the global leaders in tech depth.
You mean compared to like OpenAI and Google?
Yes, Ernie Bot is seen as somewhere between GPT 3.5 and 4. It's solid in Chinese, but it struggles with English, coding, and general reasoning tasks. And on top of that, Baidu hasn't made the same impact in AI research. Fewer conference papers, smaller open source community as well.
Okay. Plus, they don't have global platforms to collect the diverse training data.
Right. Google has Android, Gmail, YouTube. Baidu is stuck mostly with Chinese data. And even their Kunlun chips are still a few steps behind NVIDIA in terms of performance and adoption.
So, bottom line, great technical potential, but they need stronger commercialization, global reach, and ecosystem building, right?
That's it. Baidu is got the tools, but it's a long game. And they will need to level up fast to keep pace.
All right, Neil, we will talk about Baidu and its technical foundation. So, what about Alibaba? How is it approaching AI?
If Baidu is often seen as China's Google, then Alibaba is clearly more like China's Amazon.
Because of its strengths in e-commerce.
Exactly, and more than that, it's also standing at the intersection of e-commerce and cloud computing. And now Alibaba is betting on AI as the next generation of digital infrastructure, moving from selling goods to selling compute.
Well, that's a big leap. So, what's powering this shift?
Two pillars: the Q1 通义千问 large language and model family and Alibaba Cloud. Let's start with Q1, short for 通义千问 in Chinese. Since its launch in 2023, it's been evolving fast, like Q1 7B, Q1 14B, and the latest the Q1 2.5 series.
So, how do these models perform?
Actually, very well, especially in Chinese and multilingual text. Q1 2.5 XL even outperforms GPT 4.5 and DeepSeek version 3 in some Chinese benchmarks. And here's the twist: it's open source. Alibaba is embracing the open community and gaining traction fast.
Okay, so this isn't just a model in a lab, it's in production, right?
Absolutely. It's fully integrated into Alibaba Cloud as a model as a service platform. Businesses can call the API and plug it straight into their apps. No heavy lifting required.
That definitely lowers the barrier for adoption.
Right, and it doesn't stop there. Alibaba also released industry specific models for e commerce, finance, content, and it's making AI much more usable for enterprises.
And on the infrastructure side, they've got Alibaba Cloud.
Yep, still the number one cloud provider in China, holding around 36% market share in 2024, according to multiple reports.
What about AI Cloud specifically?
They lead that too. In the public cloud AI space, think last and PaaS, Alibaba Cloud is top ranked nationally. It offers the whole stack, from chips to training platforms, from frameworks to model hubs. Their model scope, community, and training tools are widely used by developers.
Is it driving business growth?
Definitely. Alibaba Cloud's AI related products have seen triple digit growth for 6 straight quarters. It's becoming a core engine of industrial AI adoption in China.
Sounds like real traction. But what really sets them apart?
The breadth of business applications, that's a Alibaba's ace. AI features are everywhere. On Taobao, there's the AI mirror for virtual try-ons, AI shopping assistants, and personalized products bundles. One example is that a new seller boosted orders from 600 to over 4,000 after using AI tools.
That's a massive jump.
Yeah, and it goes beyond e-commerce. Youku use AI for video moderation, DingTalk for smart meeting summaries, and Ant Group for risk control. So Q1 isn't just a model. It's an intelligent backbone for the entire Alibaba ecosystem.
And let me guess, data plays a big role here too, right?
Huge. Alibaba probably holds the most diverse and high quality data site in China, spanning e-commerce, payments, logistics, maps, content, enterprise software, even social behavior.
Which gives them a major edge in training and tuning.
Exactly. Think about it. Product reviews, uh, 1111 sales data, payment patterns, these real world signals feel more commercially relevant AI. And with Alibaba pushing to formalize data as a strategic asset, they are building serious momentum in the compute data algorithm flywheel. So whether it's cloud native tools, AI powered e-commerce, or enterprise solutions, Alibaba is making serious moves to turn AI into a business growth engine. They may not be the loudest player in the room, but when it comes to large scale deployment, they are quietly building something massive.
But is that enough to win the AI race? In part 2, we're looking at the other side of the coin, the cracks in Alibaba's strategy and the risks that could hold them back.
And of course, we'll also talk about the final giant in the BAT trail, Tencent. They are not always in the spotlight, but their AI playbook might surprise you.
So stay tuned, because in the next episode, we're diving into both Alibaba's limitations and Tencent's quiet rise in China's AI war.
Don't miss it. Hit subscribe, and we'll see you in part 2.